Hello guys, welcome back. Odin is full of surprises. We're not getting Alzheimer's, I just didn't know how to open this. Odin is full of surprises. Today's announcement was you've made it through. Yeah, whatever this story arc was of going into and exploring around in there, he's like, You're done, my dear. I release you. You've learned all you have to learn." You're not a heathen. You don't have a mean bone in your body. Not that heathens are mean, but he's like, you don't have a mean bone in your body. That's not your type, dear. That's why you would never fit in. You would be in the corner crying and clutching your crystals. These people are mean. That's not your type. And I'm like, that's about it. Witches dress all in black, but doesn't mean we're mean. So he's like, yeah, you're Wiccan. I just needed you to go on this journey, dear, and you've gone on it. Now you're free. Because a very gentle Odin was coming through last night, and hero Odin was coming through last night. And I know the heathens don't have that, so it's something I guess the Wiccans are going to have. So I'm back, yay! And I was so happy. I'm like, metaphorically speaking, going around hugging all the gods. Like, oh, thank the gods, thank you so much. You're such kind deities. I was so miserable, and so unhappy. Um, my mind doesn't work like that. More power to people that can go into heathenry and be happy and be content. I'm like, nope, nope. I'm over here petting magical unicorn kittens, is what I'm doing. He's back here laughing hysterically. And it's just a thing. You have to be who you are, and Odin's becoming very sweet. He goes, say it, Grandpa Odin again. He's infinitely tender. He's infinitely wise. He would make Gandalf the White look grumpy and mean. He's awfully sweet. It doesn't mean that he's not still Odin. It doesn't mean that there's some days there isn't this grumpy wolf. In fact, I was teasing him this morning. Ian McKellen came up in Vicious, and I wanted to see that. And there's one episode, and I'm watching it for a while, and I go, this is us, right? I was called him Gandalf. To Odin. I said, this is us, right? Two vicious old queens just going at each other, and he started to laugh. I started to laugh. So we can both chew on the scenery and we can both be overly dramatic. And I got some stuff in the mail today, and it was actually kind of good stuff, but it was not the reality I want to live in. And I was like, ah. And he's like, I release you. You are in no way, shape, or form a heathen. Go, my child. So we're doing good with that. And we made pasta last night. I'm Italian, so pasta lasts forever. It could have been from the 80s. I don't rightly know, but I'm not dying, so it must be good. And I put a little I've never cooked with salted butter before. That was an adventure. I put a little salted butter, a little garlic powder, and a little parsley in it. It's so good. And it's like endless bowl pasta because it's just me and it's a damn pound of pasta, and they said cook the whole thing, and I'm like, is that right? Cook the whole, well, whatever you say, bag of pasta. Cook the whole pound of pasta. Oh, holy hell. I will have pasta for days. I will start dreaming about pasta. And I do have some boiled eggs in there. Some I have a little more later. I had some last night. I had some before. I'll have some later. I am going to have so many carbs. My clothes aren't going to fit. Carbs. Lovely carbs. So we're doing really well. And no, I didn't get to go out and have soda or anything. It was just such a relief. It was like, yeah, you're not me. You're not. Go on. And I'm not calling heathens mean. He's like, you're not cut out for this. You're not that type, my dear. Go ahead, come back. He wanted me to go in and get a thorough education and get to the point where I felt confident about it. And he's like, go. I can't stand to see you like this anymore. Go. Cause I'm watching, Ian McKellen, is thing on him about how he acts with his eyes, and he does, and he can make the saddest eyes, in the universe, where he looks like his heart's broken, and you just want to hug him. And there's something about him, no matter what character he's playing, it's kind of adorable, aren't I cute, need to be loved comes out. And I'm like, what horrible tragedy happened in your life because he's like, aren't I adorable? Aren't I cute? Don't you love me? And he's really trying really hard sometimes. And it's you just want to hug him because you feel he has this tragic backstory. And it's like, what happened to you, sweetheart? Come here, let me hug you. So, and Odin's very good with the same eyes too. And he's just found cute, adorable Odin works with me. Dark brooding Odin isn't really going to last because I will either be hiding under the furniture or it just won't work. And as a Wiccan, you want to love everybody, so you want to love that part, but cute, adorable Odin works. Cute, adorable Loki works. It doesn't mean we won't be arguing in 5 minutes over something. I just about died from going out for fast food yesterday. And then today, since it's Area 51 day, today had been the day I planned to go out. And I was like, oh, I'm just over having eaten that stuff. But when it's like an addiction, like fast food especially, you still want to go out and get it. And I have that lovely pasta in there, and I'm like, oh, pasta, I don't want that. I want to go out and get a cheeseburger. And Loki's like, didn't you get sick last night? Not like physically sick, but ooh. I'm like, yeah, but cheeseburger magical. But I'll wait a couple days, guys. And we're just going through stuff and disassembling those books. And now that he's kind of restored me, so to speak, I see. Please take this the right way for heathen. I see that some people just go into heathenism because it's kind of the Quakerism of today, if I'm doing the right analogy, where it's suffering and denial and this kind of fatalistic life is just one ending sad parade. And for some people it's very much like that. And the Odin they paint in these books, he's rather unsavory. Nobody in their right mind would serve this Odin. He's nasty and he's evil and he's going to stab you in the back one day and just leave you there. And I'm thinking, why would you serve this? This isn't even a god. This is, we would say, in the Christian church, that would be, how you would describe a demon, where, for stay calm, put down the anathemas. Demons in their belief system come on and they're very helpful and they're very wonderful. And in fact, they give unexpected blessings to people. Okay. But then they turn. Eventually they turn. Eventually they get nasty and you get to see their true colors, but they come on as these angelic beings and they come on with advice and help and blessings and everything. And the Lokean in me is like, how do you get them to stay in nice mode? Can we lock them into nice mode? We need some demons is what we need. Loki's like, no. But you know what I mean? They kind of make our gods sound like, high class demons of, first they're so nice and they're everything, and then it's all suffering and they'll get you and gift for a gift. And I'm like, if I hear that damn phrase one more time, I'm gonna hurt somebody. That's kind of like dealing very poorly with the gods. You already got the gift of life. What more do you want? What I mean, our gods will love us and provide for us. It's not what I just said. But you already got the gift of life. How the hell you gonna pay that one back? Rebecca dying. Loki, damn it. So, Loki's helping. So we're in a really good celebratory mood, and in a couple of days, hopefully, things will loosen up for us a little bit. I have perhaps there's a car cruise event I could go to sometime in the future. I don't know if I'm going to. I hate it when your friends are doing things and you feel obliged to go, because I'm like, I don't know, because whatever. Your money goes fast at these events because the cookies are overpriced and the hot dogs are overpriced and the tchotchkes are overpriced. And it is cars, but I'm like, I don't know. I do like cars though. I do. So we'll have to decide, but we're overall in a really good mood. And Odin the Hero came out for me. I know that's not a term they have, but I see him as a very heroic figure that, take the stories as a product of the time and place they were in. And here's a deity that saw there would be no hope for humans, so he did what he had to do. And, we would now say, oh, that's just the newer religion replacing the older, but, let's go with this. He did what he had to do. He protected the humans. He's very fond of humans. Everything on the world belongs to Odin. And some would say Loki and Hymir if you see them as the Trinity together. And I don't want to fight about that. And there are these creator gods that created everything, and you can even see parallels in science now of our creation story and how the universe is actually set up. I think I told you about that eyelash thing. Anyhow, um, then what else does he do? He sacrifices himself. He, sacrifices himself on the royal tree to gain wisdom, and he brings it back to humans. He's not sitting up there hoarding it all for himself, and we needed a Prometheus figure to go steal it from him. Odin's very well going around sharing this with everybody that he wants to share it with, even if you don't want him to share. I get a smile. He will come over and he will share the runes with you, cause you gonna learn something today. He drank from the well of wisdom. He sacrificed for that. And what did he do? He turned around and he shared it with everyone. He's not a greedy god. He doesn't get wisdom or knowledge or experience and hoard it all to himself. He's gonna share it with you. Sometimes whether you want him to share it or not. He's very wolfish in that aspect of I'm gonna come over there and share something with you. And you're like, no, I'm gonna share it with you. So, he's very heroic, and if you follow that to the end arc, if you follow it to, Ragnarok, he's going to go out, and he's going to face his doom, because that's what a hero does. A hero does that. He knows it's coming. He knows he can make any decision in the world if you believe in it, and personally, I think it was a late addendum because it doesn't quite make sense, but he's going to go out, and he's going to face a doom that's coming. In a way he set up for himself because, it's kind of a catch-22. Had Odin not went and got prophecies, none of this would have ever happened. So in a way, Odin himself set all these chain of events in motion. I kind of get this idea. He was hoping nobody would notice that. But we have to remember, sacred stories are just that. They're stories. We don't have to take them literally. It doesn't mean we don't take our gods as real. Our gods are very real, but we have the stories that the people at the time understood. So, take that for what it is. And, our gods did not get the chance to continue to evolve and grow. They didn't get the chance to be a huge part of the new age, and now we have new age angels and saints and new age Jesus, and like they're the fun thing. They're like Jesus without the guilt, and the angels without the guilt, and everybody's nice and playing and getting along. Odin would actually fit right into that because Odin does have a Oski, the wish granter, and he has the beloved, and the kind, and the Yule father, and everything else. And this is not as the people that like to walk around despair paint this little, tiny infinitesimal part of Odin that he just gives out on whims. It can be the main part you work with. You can work with Odin the hero. You can work with, I'm just going to put out random names, but you can work with Odin the wizard, for lack of a better word. You can work with Gandalf if that's what you want. You know what I mean? The wise, leader and watchman that's, going to take you on a journey. You can make up your own names as long as they're respectful. We do call him Gandalf, and we do call him Stormcrow, and he knows what we mean because he's here, at a time in a place where humans definitely need guidance, and he will be kind about it, But he is like Loki in that sense that if the only thing you can see is mean and tough and rough and merciless, that's what you'll get, and he won't be happy about it. He wanted me to see this Ian McKellen thing this morning. I don't know if I mentioned it this recording about how he acts with his eyes. He wanted me to get the point that they never want us to choose the hard way. We don't have to prove ourselves to the gods. We don't have to choose the hard way. We don't have to suffer. He's like, choose nice. I'm inviting you. I'm begging you. Choose nice. So it's really sweet. So I've got the grandfather Odin that people laugh about. Nasty people are like, yeah, he's grandfather Odin. He's warm and cuddly. Yeah, he actually is. He's very warm and cuddly and infinitely sweet and tender. but you kind of have to go through the forest to get there. It's kind of like with Loki. When Loki and I started working again together, he was pissed off, and rightfully so. And it was like trying to make your way through this forest of thorns, and it was extremely painful to get to the center where the actual Loki was, behind all those masks and all that anger and angry that he likes to wear sometimes. Loki can be infinitely tender and gentle as well. So I got my buddies back. So I got the goofy little fox and the happy little wolf back. So we've just been watching wolves give people baths. It's amazing. There are these videos where these wolves, I don't know if they like the way that shampoo tastes or they like the way humans scalp tastes, but they will groom humans that are their caretakers because they have these rehabilitation places. And they will just groom these people and they will on their head, and they'll just absolutely soak their hair down, and they'll groom them because just like they would groom a puppy, they'll groom a human because you need groomed, you need your bath, come over here. And if you try to get away, Paul comes out and they need to give you more bath. It's this big Paul. So we're doing good. It's just good to be back, so to speak. But he needed me to go through that. He needed me to see it, and once he knew I had seen everything I needed to see, he was like, "It's okay. You can go back to what you actually are. I've had you look around." So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.